Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this afternoon's presentation from the OSH department at Cipriani College of Labor and Cooperative Studies. My name is Barry Parasram. I am the program dean of the OSH department, and this evening I am very happy, very elated to be here to share information with you about our OSH programs. But of course, before I do that, I will have a little chat with you, share some information regarding the gaps in the legislation and a basic overview of occupational safety and health in Trinidad and Tobago and, of course, in the Caribbean. So I invite you, wherever you are, if you are home, if you are at work, if you are driving in your cars, be safe, but listen attentively to the information that I am about to share. And of course, feel free to take notes so that you may send in your questions afterwards. And I will try my best, my very best, to answer them at the end. All right. So at any point in time, you can send your questions right on the chat if you are looking on, and I will answer them at the end. I know you are very excited, and I am as well, because OSH, as you know, in 2022 was named a fundamental principle and right at work. So I know that many of you have questions regarding the law. Many of you have questions regarding what I may do at work, but I know the vast majority of you are looking forward to see what Cipriani College has to offer, particularly in the OSH department, so you can apply very quickly as the semester is about to begin. So I do have a presentation that I will share right about now, and you will see that presentation appearing on your screen, and I will go through this um, one slide at a time. So as I said before, my name is Barry Parasram, and I am the program dean of this department. In 2022, the ILO amended paragraph 2 of the ILO's Declaration on Fundamental Principles and Rights at Work to include a safe and healthy working environment as a fundamental principle and right at work. And one of the reasons I wanted to start here is that many of you who are looking on, many of you who have in your mind and are not sure, I know that CXC results are coming out this afternoon or tomorrow, or many of you are in your job and you want to change careers, are asking yourself, why must I choose OSH? Why is there an opportunity for me in organizations? Right? Is there an opportunity for me to get a job? Because I know at the end of it all, that is what you are really looking for, right? And if the ILO declares or declared rather in 2022 OSH as a fundamental principle and right, it means that every organization must have a safe and healthy working environment for its employees. And for you to do that, you must have somebody with the knowledge and experience there to ensure that you have that safe and healthy working environment, and that therefore you abide by that fundamental principle and right. So of course, so there in there is an opportunity for you to get that job, to get into that organization, to ensure that you provide that safe and healthy working environment. Now, we have seen there are gaps in the legislative framework. Governments in the Caribbean have failed to take steps in specific OSH legislation. Let's look at ours. We do have an OSH Act 2004 amended 2006, and you would agree with me that that is 18 years ago. And you would also agree with me that hazards have changed, the work environment have changed, and we must place controls to mitigate the effects of those hazards. And in some countries, there are no legislation, or in some cases, have a factories ordinance as far as 50 years ago. And let us look locally here in Trinidad and Tobago. Over the past 2 years, there were 40 industrial related deaths. In Suriname, in one day in November last year, 15 persons died. In Guyana, over the last 4 years, 100. Right? So we may be thinking, I wonder how does OSH affect me? But think for 1 minute. For 1 minute, sit back where you are and think about if you go to work tomorrow morning and you are unable to get home in the afternoon, just as how you went to work in the morning. How does that affect your family? How does that affect your loved ones at home, right? How does that affect their ability to live the life they are living right now? Think about that for just 1 minute. And I'm sure that you are saying, wow, I am very important to my family, right? My salary is very important at the end of the fortnight or at the end of the month. So therefore, it's important for me to go to work and be there in a safe and healthy environment. And I am to make sure through the knowledge that I would gain when after this presentation and I apply to one of the programs at Cipriani College, that I contribute to that safe and healthy working environment at my organization. Our OSH program at the college is aligned to what is known as the IOSH competency framework. IOSH is the largest professional body in the world, the largest professional OSH body in the world. So we have aligned ourselves with the competency framework of IOSH. There are three specific areas. They are technical, core, and behavioral. And amongst those three major categories, there are 12 areas that we have aligned our programs with. Under the technical, we cover health and safety law, risk management, incident management, culture, because safety culture is very important. You may go into organizations and as you walk in, you have to sit down and look at a safety video before you proceed. In another organization, you may go in and anything goes. Also under technical is sustainability. Under the category of behavioral, we are aligned to working with others, communication, personal performance, and stakeholder management. And core, we look at the areas of strategy, planning, leadership, and management. So as you can see, whilst it's an occupational safety and health program, right? We speak a lot about the work environment. We speak a lot about leadership and management. We speak a lot about law. We speak a lot about risk management and all the other areas that I've just identified. So I'm sure you are now saying, yes, beside understanding, and some persons actually feel occupational safety and health is just to put on a hard hat, a high visibility vest, and a steel toe shoes, right? And you will understand now that it is very much more. And those who understand the hierarchy of controls in OSHA, and I would not go through a lecture now, right? I will leave that for after you apply and you get into one of our programs, right? You will understand that personal protective equipment is the last resort in the hierarchy of controls, right? Why choose OSH? Well, all of our OSH programs are gate approved. All are accredited locally by the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago. And our associate degree and bachelor degree programs are accredited by the by our professional international body, IOSH, the Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. So if you're asking yourself after finishing the associates or bachelor's, why can't I go outside? The answer is, of course you can go outside because we have aligned ourselves with an international body and our associates and bachelor's degree programs are internationally accredited, right? So once you complete, you send your certificate to IOSH and you are placed in a particular category with IOSH, right? So you are recognized as having an internationally accredited program. So those three areas are covered. right? And must I also say, I know a lot of us like to talk about supporting local, shopping local, doing local. Well, our OSH program, our associates and bachelor degree program at Cipriani are homegrown, are locally produced, and I dare say the only locally produced international OSH program. OSH at CCLCS. Over the last 8 years, we have graduated over 1,800 persons in our four areas: certificate OSH, diploma OSH, associate's degree, and bachelor's degree. If any institution is graduating that amount of persons, then we must be doing something right. I told you before that we are gate approved, but if you are not approved for gate, we do have payment plans in place that you can access. And of course, our programs are very, very cost effective, right? It's a minimal cost. It's industry driven. It means that every year, right, the department, persons from the department, led by myself, we will go out to the various industries: telecommunications, oil and gas, manufacturing, construction, maritime, and we will ask them, what would you like to see an OSH practitioner graduate with? They must hit the ground running. They must have knowledge of health and safety management systems. They must understand risk assessment. What do you need? And as a result, we tweak our programs. We tweak our programs to align ourselves with the needs of the industry. Okay, so the needs of our local industry, because we also compare ourselves, as I said before, with IOSH competency framework. And of course, our programs are delivered by industry experts. Our program, all of our programs are delivered. In the OSH department, we have a pool of approximately 25 lecturers who are either full-time or adjunct. Our adjunct means that those are practitioners in the field. Those are leaders in the field, in the construction industry, those who are consultants, those who are in telecommunications, those who are in the maritime industry, those who are from the OSH agency and from the legal, have that legal background, right? And that enforcement background. And I can tell you that each one of them has at least 10 years experience in the field. So basic maths will tell you that 25 persons by 10, it gives you approximately 250 years of experience that that the program is delivered by. All right. What should I say more, or could I cut off this presentation now and allow you to ask me the questions that you have, and then apply so that you can come in into one of our programs? But before I do that, let's look at a step-by-step approach. At the college, we have our 10 Saturday program, which is an introductory 40-hour program done over 10 Saturdays. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., 4 hours every Saturday. And our next level is the certificate. Now, our certificate program is 1 year long, 2 semesters. Diploma program, 1 year long, 2 semesters. Associate's degree, 2 years full-time, 3 years part-time. And bachelor degree, 3.5 years full-time or 4.5 years part-time. Now, there are many questions persons ask. If I don't have anything, now, if you only have your birth certificate, you can come in at the 10th Saturday. There is no other criteria than having your birth certificate. You come in there, and once you complete 8 out of the 10 Saturdays, you can be granted direct entry into our certificate OSH program. Okay? And once you finish the certificate program, you can move up the step. So just imagine that in 3.5 years' time, full time, you coming in with no levels, no other qualifications, and you start at the 10th Saturday, you can be crossing our beautiful stage at the college which are locally and internationally approved bachelor's degree in occupational safety, health, and the environment. I know that is music to your ears. So whilst you um, take a few seconds to digest that, I will do the same. Okay. So, and a lot of you all ask, what if I want to go directly to the associates or bachelor's degree program? Once you have 5 O levels, inclusive of maths and English, you can go directly to those two programs. All right. Now, some persons usually ask the question, wow, it's 3.5 years. Why so long? I mean, other places I can do a degree in engineering for 3 years. Now, if you're doing a degree in engineering, it means that you have A levels, right? So once you would have done A levels, it means that you can actually apply for exemptions. So I know at A levels, if you did maths at A levels, you can apply for an exemption. If you did communications, whatever subjects that you did before or any programs that you did before, some of you would have also done NEBOSH, right? If you did NEBOSH before, you will be granted exemption from 3 courses. All right. So it is basically individual approach. So you come individually and you say, okay, this is what I have. What can I do with this? Right? Or this is what I don't have. How can you help me? And we work with you. We at Cipriani, we are family, right? At Cipriani, we are family. We work with you. We take you hand in hand, step by step, and we walk you through this entire process until you are happy enough to collect your certificate on our stage at graduation time. As I said before, our introductory program is 40 hours. I'm just repeating, just for those of you who may have missed it, right? Over 10 Saturdays, certificate 1 year or 18 credits, diploma 1 year or 24 credits, associate's degree 2 years full time, 3 years part time or 64 credits, our bachelor's degree 2.5 years full time or 4.5 years part time, 112 credits. All right. These are now some of your careers. You can be an industrial hygienist, health and safety officer, health and safety coordinator, occupational health analyst, safety inspector, consultant, lecturer. I mean, to if I can give you a personal story as well, many of times, some of you who like doubles, you go by a certain doubles man, or you may not go, and you may tell somebody, hey, that doubles tasting real good, right? But how do you know that? You don't know that until you have actually tasted the product. Well, I can tell you that I was actually a product of Cipriani College. I am not the dean, but many years ago I was a student at Cipriani College, and I completed my bachelor's degree at Cipriani College. So I know what the doubles taste like. So I'm sharing that doubles to all of you now, right? So you can have a taste of that doubles and be any one of those or join any one of those careers there. I can also share this information that from time to time, organizations do come forward, state enterprises, private organizations do come forward to us and ask, could you recommend a student for me? Right now, I can tell you I have emails from organizations that are asking me for students who have completed various certificates in occupational safety and health. So in addition to you completing your program, you also have the ability to access jobs via the college as well. There are two words that describe our OSH program and all of our programs at the college, and they are quality and expertise. Our program is filled with quality and it is delivered by expertise, as I mentioned before, with the group of lecturers that facilitate the various courses in the department. We also, right, so for some of you who may be saying, you know what, I am not interested in what Mr. Parasram is saying about the certificate, diploma, associate's degree, or bachelor's degree in OSH. But I am more interested in a specialized training because you know why? I am actually an HR practitioner, but I really want to know a little bit about occupational safety and health. I want to know about health and safety management system. Now, these are trainings here that we would have done in the past. So these are not what we have all the time. During COVID-19, we did a specialized training, OSH tips for SMEs, managing risk in COVID-19. We did developing and implementing an HSE management system. We had a 30-hour general industry for fire safety, and of course, accident investigation and report writing. Now, recently, we did our last one was accident investigation and report writing. Now, we had 50 participants from 22 companies participating in that specific specialized training. So if any of you there or they are listening, any organization, any HR practitioners or HSC, OSH, whichever you want to call it, right? And you see the need for specialized training, feel free to contact the college. Feel free to contact me. I'll share my contact at the end, right? And we will provide you with a proposal and training. We have done accident investigation and report writing. We have done fire safety. We have done implementing HSC management system. We have done numerous specific specialized courses and training that are requested by organizations. So feel free to send in those questions because we provide those as well. In addition to our core programs, the certificate, diploma, associate's degree, and bachelor's degree in occupational safety, health, and the environment. This is my contact information here. Parasram B at cclcs.edu.tt. My number 609-3064 extension 218, or you can also try 244. This is also a Tobago campus number. You know, some of you, when you see these numbers, you try to call at 4 o'clock in the morning. At those times we won't answer, right? So you call during office hours, and you can get us uh, and ask us any questions at all that you may have. Right? At this time, I would stop for a bit and just engage you in any questions that you may have at this time. So feel free to share any questions via the chat, and they will be forwarded to me and I will answer them. All right. So I see question number one. Oh, very good. So question number one says, what is the length of the bachelor's if you have completed the associates? I am from Guyana and want to do the BSc OSH. I have an associate's degree in OSH. Do I get any exemptions? Of course, right? So if you would have done the associate's degree in occupational safety and health at Cipriani College, you just need about a year and a half again, and you complete the bachelor's degree in OSH. Now, what happens is that, and I should have mentioned this, it is that our certificate, our associate's program are all nested in the bachelor's degree program. So our certificate is actually year one of the bachelor's. So if you come in, let's say you come in with no certification and you complete the 10th Saturday, after the 10th Saturday, you go directly to the certificate program. It's not like I have to do a certificate and then I have to do a diploma and then I have to do the associates and then I will finally get to do the bachelor's. No. When you are doing the certificate is actually year one of the associates and bachelor's degree program. So when you move onwards, you already completed year one. So you move on to year two and year three. Now, if you finish the associate degree program, you are actually finishing that year one and two of the bachelor's degree program. So you now move on to the next year and a half to finish the bachelor's program. Now, if your associate's degree was from an external institution, you can apply for exemptions. You know, submit your transcript. So you submit your transcript from your institution, and you are saying, okay, I would like to get exempted from OSH 355, right? OSH 355. OSH 355 is health and safety law. So we would now look at our course, which is OSH 231, that is legal and legislative framework of occupational safety and health, and see if they are similar. Once the content is similar, you are exempted. And you can be exempted from as many as 10 external courses or 25% of the bachelor's degree program if you come with an external qualification. All right, I hope that helps. All right, I'm seeing another question, so keep the questions coming. All right, type in your questions, ask as many as you wish, right? And I will answer them. So I have two more questions and they are coming in quick and fast. So let me answer them. So question 2, can you enter the associate's degree with 60 excluding maths? Excellent question. So the answer to that is two ways. One, you must have 5 O levels inclusive of maths and English. However, if you have 6 O levels without maths, you can be granted entry because we do have something called developmental maths. So if I grant you entry at a college and you come onto our program, so whilst you are doing our program, you go through the developmental math um, pathway. No, that is no cost to you at all. We absorb that cost. So that developmental program is just a very short program during one semester to help you bridge that gap to where you should be. Because in the bachelor's degree program, we have a research paper, and a research paper would need some sort of statistics, and statistics, is maths, right? Many of us don't like maths. Many of us feel that maths is, we don't need it, right? Once we could count our money, are we okay, right? But that's not all right. In research, you do need some statistics and understand how to work the numbers a bit. So yes, you can enter with the 6 O levels, and we will place you through the developmental math while you are at the college pursuing courses. So you don't waste time, and there is no additional cost to you at all. What subjects are needed to begin this program? So that's another question that has come in. 5 O levels inclusive of maths and English. However, if you don't have maths or you don't have English, we do have a developmental program for you to be in whilst you are in the program. So you don't have to wait to start. You can continue along whilst you are pursuing the developmental program. No, there's another way as well. If you, let's say you come to the college and say, Mr. Parasram, I have 3 levels. I have maths, right? I have maths. I have English. I have one subject, but you know what? I have been working in the field for 10 years. I know about job safety analysis. I know how to do risk assessment. I know all these things already. Do I really need to go back to school and write 2 more O levels? The answer is no. As I said before, we are Cipriani, we are family, we are the best family you could have, right? We'll come in, we'll put our arms around you, and we will work with you. We will say, okay, you have 3 O levels, however, you have experience. So we take that experience into consideration. We take that mature entry route as well into consideration. And we take you and we move you along because you have experience and you have some O levels, right? And you can move ahead, right? Are these question number 4? Are these programs offered online? Since COVID-19, our programs have adopted a hybrid approach, right? So it means that we do offer some of the classes online while some are in person. However, if for some reason, and this has happened in the past, that some persons are unable to make a specific physical classroom, there are recordings available for them. So for those of you regionally in Guyana, in Jamaica, in Barbados, anywhere, or you live far away and you say, you know what, I really can't come in for this class. Recordings are available, live streams are available. We are in 2024. Nothing should stop us from gaining information and knowledge and being better persons and ensuring that the fundamental principle um, at work, that fundamental principle and right at work of having a healthy and safe working environment is upheld. All right. Another question has come in. Can you have a certificate in EMT, but only have full O levels, but may also have some experience, I guess you're trying to say, in employment within the OSH committee? Can that exempt you from the diploma level? Now, here you are speaking about an entire exemption, right? From a diploma. Our diploma is standalone, it's not nested, right? So our diploma is really for those persons who are in a specific capacity and would like to know some OSH, and they come in and do a diploma. So for example, let's say I have an MBA in HR and I am the HR manager, or I have a degree in IR and I am the IR manager. But you know what? I need something in OSH. I need to know a little bit about OSH. So what some persons do is that they come in and they do the diploma in OSH. So because the diploma program is not nested in the associate's or bachelor's degree. All right. So, Ms. Jacob, I hope I have your name correctly. If you are asking after you finish the certificate, if you can jump the diploma and go to the associates, the answer is yes, because the diploma is not nested, right? Once you finish that certificate, you finish very well, you have that 3.0 GPA, you can jump directly into the associate's degree, right? I hope I answered. Another question. Good afternoon. Can individuals do the other safety programs, risk assessment, and report writing, or you must be attached to a company? Excellent question. The answer is no, you don't have to be attached to any company at all. Once we advertise the specialized training that we are offering, you just register and come on along, learn, do the assessment if there is one, and collect your certificate, and then go and show off your certificate in your institution and tell them that you have come to an institution that is locally and internationally accredited. You can do that. All right. Your another question: when would the specialized courses such as implementing an OSH management program will be again offered, or is it based on demand? So it will be offered again in September. I will share that information during our last week in August or early in September when that will be offered. However, if there's a group of you, if there's a group of you in a particular company um, that wants to do a course in OSH management system, you come forward and you say, you know what, there are 10 of us. Can you do a proposal for us? Would it be 1 day? Would it be 2 days? Would it be 3 days? Would it be 2 hours? Right? And we will work that and we will do that for you. So look out. And of course, I left the last slide of the presentation up so I could always refer to my email address or the phone number there. Feel free at any point in time to reach out to us and we will provide that guidance to you based on the question and when we are offering the specialized training again. All right. Another question has come here. What's the cost for the associate and bachelor's degree and how to apply? So number one, if it is gate approved, so if you can access gate, then you have no cost. or the only cost you have is the cost of the application. Um, I hope I don't say the wrong thing, but I know the application is either $100 or $200, and then the registration fee, and that is it. However, if you cannot access Gate because you are already exhausted Gate, or you want to share some of your money to Cipriani College, well, the associate's degree is approximately 12,000, a little over $12,000, and our bachelor's degree is approximately $40,000. And of course, we do have payment plans in place. Of course, you can pay it over the 2 years full-time or 3 years part-time for the associate's degree. And of course, you can pay it across the 3.5 years full-time or 4.5 years part-time for the bachelor's degree. And how do you apply? Well, my email address is there. And I hope that I'm sure in the chat as well, we can share an application link, or we can take your information. You can just share your information on the chat, and we will share that application link as soon as this presentation is over, right? So I thought that the questions ended, but more questions are coming in. And question, I did my NEBOSH certificate and IOSH managing safely. What can I be exempted from? So automatically, once you would have done your NEBOSH certificate within the last 5 years, because we look at a time frame as well. We look at a time frame as well. You can be exempted from OSH 110, OSH 120, and OSH 141. But you must state that. You must state that in your application. So once you apply, you submit your NEBOSH certificate as well, so that the college can advise you, you know what, I need to be exempted, or I would like to be exempted from courses, and they will automatically give you other courses, right? So that is 3 courses there that you, of course, can start with being exempted from. Now, another question, is the IOSH certification or registration still open? IOSH certification and registration is open every day, because it is a registration and a certification that is given to you by IOSH. We can facilitate you and tell you, okay, your name is Donald Ali. These are the steps to follow. You go onto this site, you fill this information. This is what you should upload for IOSH, and then they will respond to you with your certification. So, and they provide a separate certificate for you. So for those of you all, so for example, I am IOSH certified. So I have a separate certificate from IOSH, right? I have a separate certificate from IOSH, in addition to my certificate from Cipriani College, right? And that is what you would get when you do that, when you complete the information as requested by IOSH. Question, what will be the cost of the BSc if all other levels are already completed? You're testing my maths skills here, right? So this is a question. Okay. So the associate's degree is 65 credits, as I said earlier. The bachelor's degree is 112 credits. So that's a difference of, if my maths is good, 35 and 12, 47 credits, right? So that's 47 credits, which is a difference. And the approximate cost of credit is a little over $300. So check 300 and something dollars multiplied by 47 credits, right? So if you look at that, that can give you the exact amount. But I encourage you to send us an email, send me an email, and I can give you an exact amount, because I know giving you an approximate is not really what you're looking for. So I can give you that exact amount after you finish the associates. How many credits again? Because credits determine cost. It's not that I don't want to give you the cost, but the amount of credits determines the cost, right? So some persons may do other courses of the day in the associates, right? Some persons may have done an associate's degree maybe in 2005, but the associate's degree in 2005 and in 2024 are two different things, right? So we have to look at it, look at the balance of courses that you now have in the bachelor's degree, and then work out the costing for you. All right. So I encourage you to make use of the email address that you have there and the phone number. How many days per week for part-time classes as compared to full-time classes? So this is a simple one. In the OSH department, we have classes at 1 p.m. and at 5:30 p.m. It doesn't mean full-time is 1 o'clock and part-time is 5:30. That is a misconception that we usually have. Part-time is usually between a maximum, sorry, of 12 credits. So it means that you can do a maximum of 4 courses per semester, right? You can either do it at 1 o'clock or at 5:30. You can do one every day, Monday to Thursday at 5:30 p.m. That is fine. You can do 3 courses, Monday to Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Right? So part-time between 9 credits to 12 credits is what we usually do. There are some persons who do come forward and say, you know what, this semester, you know what, I have a little issue at home, or I just had a baby and I want to do 1 course this semester instead, and we facilitate you as well, right? Full-time classes are 15 to 18 credits or 5 to 6 courses. So it means that you either have 1 class every day for 5 days, or you may have 2 classes one day and 1 class each for 3 other days, so that you have a day off. So it differs. So it's really upon how many courses that you are doing and credits. So part-time, as I said, between 9 to 12 credits or 3 to 4 courses. Full-time, 5 to 6 courses or 15 to 18 credits are full-time classes, right? I can tell you, I mean, when I was a student years ago, I would do 5 courses one time, 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, and 1 on Wednesday, and have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, right? But that is providing that you have the time to do a class at 1 o'clock, right? If you don't have, then you can also do a class on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. And it's your choice. So, right, we give you the choice. If you want to do the class Monday at 1 o'clock or 5:30, Tuesday 1, 5:30, Monday to Friday, or Saturday at 9 a.m. or 1 p.m. on a Saturday, right? I think this is going pretty well. Many questions have been asked. I'm sure that I provided, well, I hope that I would have provided as much information that as you asked, as you requested. And I'm very hopeful that many of you do take the opportunity to get clarification, further clarification, by using the email address parasram@cclcs.edu.tt. You will get a reply from myself or Donald Ali, who is in my department as well. Or you can contact me at 609-3064 extension 218 or 244. All right. I know I have been getting some questions being sent to me. Any more questions whilst I wrap up? So let me take this opportunity to thank you very much for spending your Monday afternoon with me for the past 45 minutes. I hope that it was worth it. I am hopeful that at the end of it all, you are a bit more excited about occupational safety and health. It's important for us to understand OSH. It's important for us to understand that it's a fundamental principle and right at work. It's important to us to understand that Cipriani College is the best institution for occupational safety and health. It's important for us to understand that our associates and bachelor's degree are locally and internationally accredited. It's it's important for you to understand that you can come in with nothing and in 3.5 years' time cross our stage with an internationally accredited degree. And it's important for you to apply as soon as possible. And if you have any clarification, please do so soon, so we can just fine tune any information that you may need. Again, I want to thank you very much on behalf of myself. My name is Barry Parasram, as I said at the start, Dean of the OSH Department, and the college for giving me the opportunity to spend some time with you this afternoon. I do look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. And do take care, be safe wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing, if not all, at least some of you in our classes starting soon. Take care, everybody, and have a good afternoon.